Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Trash Talk. I'm here with AJIsHere, and I'm also here with a very, very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yo, it's your boy, Himpleton.
Okay,
I'm
bro.
finally on here. We made it.
Dude, we
Shout
have
out
Flatina
AWT.
on the podcast, dude. What the fuck? It's
What?
over.
very
Flatina,
nice.
bro.
Why are you trying to fuck with the guest, right? It's not nice, is
Dude.
it? It's not,
Hey, come on.
That's
we're not
just
talking
what
to
they
Cam
look like.
Nuggets, right? We're not talking to Receding Hair Boy, right? You can mock that guy all you want, right? We're talking to
Okay.
Flatley,
We're
right?
not viewing CP and Discords over here, Ace. I don't know what's up with
Exactly,
you, buddy.
right?
Ooh, this guy.
Well, let's start at the beginning, right? Let's just dive straight to it, right? Let's start at the beginning of your YouTube stuff, right? So for maybe people that aren't familiar with your YouTube journey and stuff, how did you get into YouTube, man? Like content creation, that is.
Oh, no. It's kind of sad. So there I was, looking at a Modern Warfare 2, or excuse me, Call of Duty 4 trick shot tutorial. And it is phase temper.
No, bro. Fuck off.
Oh,
And I was like, whoa, this guy's cool. He made a trick shot. Called it the temper shot right after. That's sick. It was over from there, bro, because then I got straight into Minecraft, straight into Dan TDM, and then I found Keemstar. When I found FaZe Clan, that video in 2009, I also found the Keemstar, but he was doing Halo videos at the time, trolling videos, right?
yeah.
DJ Killer Keem or whatever. And then the drama alert happened after, and then the whole scarce thing and Red with the whole phase and Leafy. It was all very what is it called? Intimate. They're all very close to each other at the time. So that's how I ended up here somehow down the rabbit hole in commentary.
Well, there's something I think we should clarify as well, right? You've said about being like, scrolling on YouTube in 2009, right? A lot of people will wonder how old you are, right?
Probably 10 or 11.
Yeah. So how old are you right now, man?
Dude, I'm old, bro. I'm 26.
Dude,
it's
fuck.
over.
Oldie, man.
Over.
It could be worse. You could be like nearly 50, like fucking like Keemstar, right? Or Tommy C, right?
Dude,
I have
when I
several
hit
kids.
30, I'm out of here, bro. It's done. It's over with.
I don't blame you, man. Being in a community mostly full of like teenagers and being like 30 plus. Not a good look. Cam.
Fuck, I'm out.
Dude,
Yeah.
the real question is,
What Cam's 30?
Dude, what made you do fucking like baby metal content, dude? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, you guys saw that?
Yeah, dude. What's up with that, bro?
Dude, I fucking love baby. So when I was in high school, right? I first came across my screen. I believe it was Chocolate, and that was the only song I knew of baby metal, right? Late in my, I think it was 24 when I started that reaction channel. It was COVID, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and react to something that's not emo, death metal, whatever I always listen to, right? I'm like, you know what? I'll just react to some stuff that I'm not used to. And my buddy goes, check out baby metal and stuff. And there are a lot of other J-rock and J-pop bands that I was checking out at the time too, just anything and every one. But baby metal had such a large audience, and the fans were just so super nice and everything like that. And I was just doing it for fun. So I got really into it. And then I was like, dude, baby metal is actually fire. It turns out they're all like the same age as me or a year older.
So, Flatley, just so like there's people in the audience that may not know what that is, can you describe what baby metal is? Like, the niche of it?
So it's like death metal backing, like instrumentals, and then just regular J-pop lyrics and singing. So all it is. It's just a combination of the two. Very polarizing.
Yeah, and some people will be a bit confused, right? Because we're talking about like commentary stuff as well, right? And for just the audience, right? You've got 2 channels, right?
Yeah, I got 2. Oh, I had 4 at one point.
Oh, what happens to the other 2, man?
So my original one was a Minecraft Let's Play channel. I got up to 20,000 subscribers. It was me and my buddy from grammar school. I believe we started in like 2010 or 11.
So why'd you stop?
Early version. We had a falling out between each other. I would run home off the bus. I'd watch the new Captain Sparkles video when I got home from school. And then I'd record my Let's Play video. And then I would, no editing, nothing. And I would just upload it as is. And I did this every single day for like all of like 7th and 8th grade. All the way to like freshman year. And then Skyrim dropped like 2012 or whatever. 2011.
Yeah.
Every day it amounted to substantial. It was crazy for then, right? but also my friend was also uploading on top of that. So this channel was like getting triple, quadruple, you know, sometimes even 5 uploads a day. And then there was, I believe, we had to verify the YouTube account, so he set it up in his mom's account or whatever, and then we had to link it to a bank account through Google for some reason to get the what is it, AdSense? Or what was it back then? It was something else back then. It wasn't AdSense.
No, because they switched the whole system.
Yeah,
but for viewer ease, like AdSense.
It's like AdSense, yeah. But then we had a falling out, and then he changed the password, but I was still logged into the YouTube channel, but I couldn't change anything, so I decided I was just going to delete it anyways, and we had a falling out.
Well, yeah, and like I feel like you've had like a lot of success on your other channel, right? So like, of course, like a lot of people you from like Flatley Talking, right? But your other like more React channel, right? You've got like a video with like 300 or 1,000 views on there.
Oh yeah, it's the anime reaction stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Do you enjoy doing that type of content? Just out of like curiosity.
I do it when it's fun for me. I'm not really big into anime, but I really enjoyed the Attack on Titan series, so I was reacting to a lot of the anime stuff. So that one really popped off. Yeah. I haven't really done any more since then because I just haven't found. I could totally milk that. I could totally milk that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just, it's not genuine. It's gonna come off in the reaction. It's not genuine. If I'm not really feeling it, right? It's got to be like if I really don't like it or if I really like it kind of thing. You know what I mean? Then I'll react to it. But with the anime stuff, it's kind of like, I don't really care. So there's nothing there.
Well, no, I get that, man, and like I feel like a lot of people like within commentary, right? Like I don't know if they know about the reaction stuff, but like I feel like you've got your own little audience on both channels, right? Like I feel like it's pretty separated. Secret. Yeah, and like I do feel that, right? I've got a Doctor Who channel, right, and that's like a completely different audience to my commentary stuff, right? There's a little bit of crossover
for it. There's literally no cross. A couple of the AWT guys. So when Christmas time comes around, Pentatonics is really big on my channel. I have a whole other Discord set up for reaction stuff. So there's like a whole bunch of other people that know me. Oh, it's Flatley Reacts. Maybe like 4 or 5 people will address me as that.
Yeah.
And then there's commentary where I'm just like Flatley.
Yeah, and it must be weird, right? Because like I know just from doing all different types of channels, right? Not just specifically commentary, right? Like I get like fucking comments like addressing me as like my full fucking like Doctor Who YouTube name instead of like my regular name, right? Like does that feel weird having like 2 different like sort of communities right at the same time? Like, and how do you manage that, right? Like how does that go?
Usually it's more like, first off, I feel like Batman sometimes because I could be, do whatever I want on commentary. But then on the reaction channel, it's like, it's all genuine. I don't have to play anything up. I don't have to like make sure everything is straight. I don't have to fact check anything. I could just do a genuine reaction to something and people either love it or hate it. So watch it at the end of the day. If I do a genuine reaction to a commentary video and I get a date wrong or an assumption wrong, it's over.
Oh yeah,
it's over.
Yeah,
the allegations can't be proved. It's over. I'm chalked. I'm crucified right there.
Well, like speaking,
I like both of them.
Yeah. Well, no, I get it, man. Like, I mean, coming from somebody that does like 2 like pretty separate things, it's great, right? Like with my Doctor channel, I don't like I just have to get like information right from what I know, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily right because it's not like I'm gonna fuck up a big situation, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I've like made a little mistake here. It doesn't really matter. But commentary like can be like a very like pressure thing, especially when you're doing live streams, right? There's a lot of pressure on that to get that right, to make sure they go like all smooth. A good example of it not going so smooth. I hate to bring up our boy Himbleton.
Oh yeah,
but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
you get that, man.
It can go south quickly.
Yeah. You could be having the best day ever, and then that happens, right? It's unpredictable. And like how do you deal with live streaming and stuff like consistently, right? I mean, you've had your like drama, or not like you've had drama, right? But you've been involved in a few dramas like on live stream, especially that we're getting to in a bit. But how do you deal with live streaming consistently and stuff? Like, how do you make sure that you don't have like a Himbleton style crash out?
If it comes, it comes. I think I got lucky. I'm gonna be real, Samuel. I don't think there's. I'll just be real. When your time comes, it comes. Everyone gets a crash out every now and then.
No, man.
The easiest way to not have that happen It's just not fake anything behind the scenes or up front. Not saying Himpleton did that, but like just to be open and honest and like you feel the type of way about somebody, you voice that opinion about somebody, and then people will ridicule you. Oh, well, you're wrong for feeling this, that, and the other thing. It's like, okay, whatever. My bad then. I guess I'm wrong. Maybe I misjudged them. And then it all kind of just dies there. Right.
Yeah, you're more direct, right? Like if you're not enjoying something or someone says something you don't like, right? You go right, like let's stop, let's get back to the stream or whatever.
Yeah, I'll say that's gay as fuck or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, like to like put an end to it, right? That's not a crash out. That's just like, you know, let's stop. Let's like, you know, actually get to the stream, right? Stop being a fucking like faggot, right? Let's get into this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's honestly like 10 times easier to crash out and like if you're like a live stream commentator versus just making normal videos. Because like everything is real for you right there. Like when you're live streaming, like you have to, you're in the moment, and like it's very easy for something to just fuck up so easy. And, like most of the times I could even think of where things have just gone horribly wrong for someone is because they live stream. I think one of my favorite moments is like with Tipster. Like one of his like I think it was like Rum or something like that said like the N-word because she was getting Taco Bell. And then it's like you can't control stuff like that because it's live. So it's like I feel like it's just a lot easier if it's live because it's not scripted. It's real. It's your character.
I mean, that's why we live streaming, right? I love live streaming, going like live on Twitch to maybe 10 odd viewers or whatever, and just playing Fortnite, chilling, like going at my own pace, reading a few topics, talking to the chat, right? There is no possible way that could go horrifically wrong because I'm just playing Fortnite, right, and talking to the chat. Like, and going through my topics, right? There is nothing like I think the only thing that went wrong one time was when like I was in a Discord call at the same time as being on live, and they started like a massive fucking argument and like drama or whatever. And I'm on stream, and I couldn't really like talk to them about it. But that's it. But like Flatley, you've been involved, especially on live streams, in quite a few controversies and drama, man. One that I do want to talk about, and this isn't about you or whatever, right? This is like a Cam Nuggets like interrogation.
Call me out, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but of course, like the only reason like we sort of know of each other like now, right, and like we have any kind of connection, right, all goes back to fucking AJ, right? Goes back to the AJ situation, man, and goes back to the night of you and
some
like,
retarded things.
And trying to get me on stream, right? Because I remember chilling. And
I don't know call you a fat, horrible YouTuber or some shit.
Yeah, it's something like that, right? But like, I'm chilling, right? Like, I go to bed, right? Because time zones are a bitch, right? But I go to bed. I wake up and I'm receiving messages. I don't think any of them were you or whatever, but just from like the community and like getting tagged and stuff on streams. I'm getting tagged at like 4 o'clock in the morning, saying I'm like pussying out of like an interview, right? I've got fucking like college in the morning, bro. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, right? I'm like 3 o'clock in the morning. So like, how did? Well, yeah. Well, like, how did all of that AJ stuff go about, man? Because like, I know that like we've spoke to like Echo about this and like giving out or whatever. But it was always nice to hear your perspective as well. Because
of course that's like how we met, bro.
Yeah, snaked.
Bro, AJ comes to me. Oh my God, Samuel, they you're so mean. They recorded me. Said, I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. For real, dog? He's like, yeah, bro, I didn't know they were recording. Like, oh, that's fucked. They pussy them, bro. They pussy them. They ganging up on you 2v1. That's some gay shit, bro. And I was just he goes, yeah, Flatley, man. He's just hyping me up and everything. I'm like, oh, I'm bro.
It's time to be a hero.
And all that. We're just like, yeah, get him, Flatley. Go. They're scared of you, bro. They're scared.
Fucking guy.
Like, I'm getting tagged at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Like he's running away.
That, like, you're a pussy, Samuel.
Call out, bro. Somebody commented underneath it. And they said, bro, it was 4 a.m. for him. Do you not know how time zones work? And I put in the original tweet. I said anytime, stupid. That's not a time zone retard or something like that.
Bro,
that motherfucker just didn't respond to me. I was like, yeah.
Dude, I think like the thing I remember the most from that too is like I like woke up to some bullshit. Like I woke up, it's like you guys were saying like, dude, Ace violated the wiretap act. Like, what the fuck?
That was Echo of tragedy, bro. Echo of fucking tragedy.
It's like, what? There's no way they believe that, right? Like I didn't go to AJ's house.
I was like, nah, that's not how that works, bro. I was like, if
that would imply
if he was in his house, two-party consent, you could have a thing with wiretap, but again, it has to be specifically associated with certain aspects of the law.
Well, even in a Discord call, if you were even to make the logic of a Discord call, that would be like not talking at all and recording the call. like you would just mute and record it. I guess that would be the closest comparison to breaking that. But like that implies I went to AJ's house and just set up a microphone. It was like, let's get them, boys. I'm like,
well, the bigger one is Discord is also like the Discord, the company itself is hosted in a one-party consent state, so they avoid all that anyways.
It's over.
They do track logs, they do track calls, allegedly. I don't know how true that is, but
I mean, I think all of it was really unfortunate, right? Because it got dragged on for so fucking long, right? And I think a part of that is
up, bro.
Right, I think a part of that is right. Like any time that like you know like you said about like any time, right? But like any time anyone would stream, it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning for me. It's like I there's just no physical way I'm staying up to like you know talk about AJ at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Nothing is compelling me to stay up at that late to talk about AJ. But you know, it cut to like a few months later, right? Whenever it got fucking solved, right? And like AJ's like lies are getting exposed. What are you thinking in that moment, right? Like AJ's come out as this big fucking fat liar. He's basically lied about everything, right? Like and covered up things, made things seem worse, right?
No, bro.
How'd you feel about that, man? How was that for you?
At first, I had the flash of Samuel, Ace, all the other Amos. I had you guys flash in my head for like a second, and that Discord call with the skibbity toilet quackity thing came out. And I saw a flash of your guys' Discord user profile pictures in my head, and then I just started boiling. I'm like, there's no way. I just went to bat for this fucking faggot for 5.5 months just for him to not only dish me out to the side and talk shit behind my back, but to also lie to me about who he's associating with, lied to me about that pedo person, whatever their name is, and then lie to my face about what actually went down in other VCs. And I was like, dude, I opened my arms because I thought you were some kid just getting shit on. And I asked you for your honesty multiple times, and you took my kindness for weakness. Well, some gay shit, bro. It's like, bro, like it's not even that deep. Like you could have just said whatever and just chilled out on the Discord, and I wouldn't give a fuck about you, bro. Like you didn't have to lie about everything, bro. I was pissed.
I mean, it was like that one stream, right? I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the last ones, right? And I go in there and I confront AJ about like because I'm hearing rumbles, right, of AJ wanting to make a video. Right, the video. It's his video, right? Fucking, he wanted to make a video on me, right, or whatever. But at this point, I'm not involved in the drama or situation whatsoever. I sort of like took a step back, and I go like, "What were you gonna say?" He just goes, "Oh yeah, I was just gonna lie about you. I was gonna lie about everything." I was like, "All right, thanks. I appreciate you like admitting that you were gonna slander me, bro. I don't know why you'd admit that." Yeah, I appreciate letting me know.
Only W he got. Was in that the only W AJ got. I don't know if you guys know who Victor Burns is.
Oh yeah,
He has this blown up picture of Victor Burns and it has a big title "False Accuser" on it. That's the only W he ever got.
Dude, unironically though, I know like it came off with like spurginess, but like when I was in like I think it was your stream Flatley, and that was the one that like Leia joined and we had like the Nazi debate lol. But like
oh my god.
Yeah, dude, in that stream, the thing that annoyed me was I literally like bring up like janky shining to him, and he's like, I know I didn't talk to him.
No,
he just lied. He lied to my face, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I think like Amos and I this guy literally like showed me evidence. Like I think the smoking gun was on his private account that he made February like 18th or whatever 19th. You know, after like he accidentally doxed someone on stream or whatever. He like he had to re-add shining. So even after he like knew everything and cut him off, you can't even give him any more charitability because he added him again. That? Yeah,
he was sharing his screen with us one day on Discord, showing like exposing DMs with about somebody else, and fucking janky shining is like the second one down. We're like, dude, what the fuck? Dude,
that's awesome, bro.
He fucking told it himself,
dude. Like that, dude. I think like the Echo stream was like way more serious than I was planning it to be, but like, dude. Yeah, it was like Echo's birthday, and it was way more serious than I was expecting to go on there. And then AJ like hears all of our rebuttal, and he's like, yeah, so what? I lied, okay? And it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I lied. You don't have the right to make fun of me, though.
I think the most annoying thing about that whole thing, right, is that like I made this AJ video. I remember like it being an argument. Like, it was on like my Slop Mule channel, right, before I like removed it, whatever. But it was up there. Yeah, right. And it has in the fucking links, right, as well, right? Like on this fucking Slop Mule video, it has a full call, right, with like timestamps and everything, right, of like AJ, like me, AJ, and another YouTuber called Based Azers, right? The one he falsely accused of having like fucking child porn, right?
CP,
and we're talking, and there's like a whole 20-minute segment of us talking about Janky Shining and why aren't you going after him, right? And like, you know, he's talking about like, oh yeah, I know him, I'm friends, like, you know, I'm talking to him. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, right, and everyone's going, oh, well, no, he's not friends with Janky Shiny. But it's fucking in the thing everyone keeps sending me going, why did you make this video? What did you make? It's in the fucking description.
You know what like annoyed me too in that like stream? Like no hate to like Leia, but there was, if you remember, I like kept
you
like
shit on, bro.
No. I like if you remember Flatley, I kept like just like fucking like cornering AJ like with so many questions before he could speak.
Leia
it's
would
because
slip him out.
it's because unironically, right? AJ was saying it was a thing of the past, but Leia was trying to make a claim it didn't happen. So like they were both on the same side but making two different claims. So that's why I kept being like, AJ, either it didn't happen or it used to be true. And then he didn't answer that. It was like so annoying to me. So yeah, so I got tedious. I'm sorry.
But Flatley, for you, right? Like it must be like a double-edged sword, right? Because like for one, it's great content, right? Live stream, fucking incredible, right? Absolute goldmine. But two as well, right? Like you've gone to bat for this guy, and like it turns out he's lied, right? Like you know, remember like I think
bro, I got shitted on.
Yeah, like it like puts your reputation on the line, right? Like it really fucks you up, right? Like how were you feeling, right, at that point, right? You've got some great content, but then of course like a guy loves you, man.
I was so butthurt, bro. I was coping and shit after stream. I went to bed, I woke up, and I was like, damn, that was a fire ass stream. I gotta do that again, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about me. Dude, I think it's because I'm a narcissist. That regardless if it's good or bad, motherfuckers was talking about me. So I was like, shit.
Yo,
right. You know what I mean? Shit.
Flatley, real question. Was the AJ Burt like fallout, harder for you or better for you than when you were like besties with Sen?
So I was besties with Sen?
Yeah, dude.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that.
Yep, close.
No. Anyways, the AJ. All right, this is gonna sound corny as fuck.
Ooh.
So when AWT first started, like we got our little group together.
Yeah.
We had AJ. Oh my god, this is gonna sound so fucking gay when I say this, but we invited AJ to our world and a few other people who weren't AWT yet.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ and this guy Burn kept fucking with each other, and kept fucking with this guy named Bad Dog as well in the server.
Yeah.
One thing led to another. Something happened with Joe's dog or Leia's house. And so Joe went over, burned Leia's house. So Leia went over and killed Joe's dogs in Minecraft. Somehow in the middle of all this, somebody blames AJ and absolutely eradicates his house off the face of the map. And Bad Dog's place gets destroyed. Now, I'm neighbors with Leia, and I'm a neighbor with Joe. And I'm in between this little tree and mountain range thing going on here. So I'm a little worried that my shit's about to get, yeeted on.
Nuked.
So I nuked my own house, blamed it on AJ, and I left, right? So I move away, and I think everything's fine. Leia's house gets nuked. She lives with me on this island 1,000 blocks away. And I was fine. I'm like, all right, covered my tracks. No one will suspect I burned my house down. And then everybody literally suspected, all right, Flatley definitely burnt his own house down because he moved so quickly. It's like, oh, shit. I log on one day, right? And my new house is burnt to the fucking ground. I was pissed. I was pissed at AJ. I was like, what the fuck did you do, AJ? He goes, I didn't do anything. I was like, yes, you did, you fucking piece of shit. You burnt my... I spent 3 fucking days on this goddamn place. I just got the villagers. I just got all the books done. I was so pissed. Me and Larry were working so hard on that little fucking estate or whatever you want to call it, the homestead. Fucking Aunt comes in the call. Hey, yo, Flatley, I gotta tell you something. I was like low-key just raging about her. He goes, yeah, it was me. And I was like, oh shit, why'd you do that? And AJ goes, because I burned Aunt's house down. I was like, AJ, this is your fault still. This is your fault. That's when it started. The hate and darkness in my heart for AJ started in that moment. That's from Minecraft.
The one time he should have lied, man.
The one time he could have lied, I would have believed him.
But he fucking didn't. Fucking piece of shit, bro. But yeah, like I feel like on a live stream, right? Like when you've got someone like AJ, right? Like you have no idea, right? That like this guy that you've been defending and got back for, especially on a live stream, right? Like this is like an uncontrollable environment, like to a certain extent, right? You have no idea. Everything. Yeah, exactly, right? You have no idea this motherfucker's gonna go, oh yeah, I've just been lying, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm a big liar. And you have no idea.
When he first admitted to lying, there was like silence in the call on the live stream. It was like and on a live stream with 9 other people that also make content on their own that are also like trying to get words in all the time. There was dead silence right after that. That does not happen. And AJ goes, well, I made it up. And then we were all just quiet. We didn't know what to say. I was waiting for somebody to laugh because I thought it was a joke. I was like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. Dude,
Fucking weasel, bro. Yeah, I lied.
Shit. You guys got me. I lied.
Well, I think a situation, right, arguably bigger than AJ, right? That like I feel like one of the guys, right, Echo of Tragedy.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that top gooner, bro. What happened there, man? Like
Echo Tragedy.
Yeah, like when did you, like because I know there was like a thing around AWT and a few people that like knew before it came out, right? So what's your side of that? How did that happen, man?
yeah, we're in the logs, Flatley. We're
so, oh, dude, bro, I was running ops, bro. I was out here doing drive-bys. I was threatening doxes and shit. I'm just playing. So I'm out here. We're playing Minecraft on a new. Oh my god, Minecraft again, bro! No way, bro. We're playing Minecraft on the new SMP because we all. The whole AJ thing happened, so we moved to a new server. And I'm just like, there's something people aren't telling me, right? I really got a good like a radar for when people are kind of like bullshitting or withholding certain information or something like that. I like to think I do. I'm very good at poker. I like to flex on that. I'm very good at poker. Fuck y'all. You guys should play poker with me sometime, by the way. But I'm like, there's like some kind of animosity or grumbling between the group right now. And it's me, Echo, in a call, and Ant and Chthonic aren't really talking in the GCs or in the VCs anymore either. I'm like, all right, they're very inactive, but they're very active because I see them on Discord right now.
Yeah.
Like, something's going on. Then they had a private Discord. I believe it was Joe's private Discord or something like that, where for some reason, I still have this issue to this day. I can see the servers, but I can't see any like VCs or text chats. Like there's a couple of them. Like right now, if I go to Now Recordings Discord, I can't see any of the chats, like the text chats or anything. My thing is like screwed up with Discord. I've downloaded it and re-downloaded it so many times and deleted it. But I was having this issue, and I was just like, something in the back of my head was like, nah, bro, there's something else going on. So I straight up asked Echo the night that we all found out. I was like, Echo, what's going on, man? I feel like there's some animosity and division between the group right now with Chthonic, Joe, and Ant. What's going on? And Ant joins the call, and then Ant goes, I want to tell you, but I can't really tell you. And it makes a lot of sense because the reason why he can't tell me is because that person is in the call with me currently, and I had no idea, and that was Echo of Tragedy. And then he tells me about the inside jokes that they were making on the previous stream onChthonic's stream. And I got really mad about that. Like, why the fuck are they making inside jokes about Echo of Tragedy, making fun of him for no reason? And then Joe comes and hits me up. He's like, here, I'll tell you why. So me and him had this heated fucking, we were like screaming at each other. And then it got to a point where it's like, all right, I believe Joe. Echo, this isn't adding up. What's going on? Because he was quiet during the whole time. And then he started lying. And Joe, I didn't know he was lying at the time. Joe said, no, he's lying right now. I can prove it right now. And he got Bunny in the call, which is like his number one goon girl. He like stinks like thousands of dollars a month to this girl. And she comes in and she absolutely rips him apart. This dude sounds like he's crying and everything like that. And I get told about the VCs and everything like that.
Oh, God.
Like what happened in that VC that night with the shared things that night. And Chthonic found out a few days before I did. And everybody else just found out within the passing day or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, this is going to look super fucking bad. But we got to tell everybody. And I wanted to tell Leah right away, but somebody else already told her. I wanted to tell all the girls right away. So that's the right thing to do. And then Leah outed it on Twitter right away. And it just turned into a giant thing. And I was like, fuck. And I was kind of mad that I wasn't told right away. But I was more upset at the fact that Chthonic and Joe did what they thought was the best to handle that situation, considering how serious it was. And I was getting really angry, not at the situation, but how people were just like talking badly about Chthonic and Joe. Because I would, behind the scenes, Chthonic and Joe, they're like real genuine people. And sometimes I'll bait them into content, and then they'll tell me, hey, I didn't really like that. I thought that was kind of scummy. they'll ask me to remove certain segments of videos because they don't want to be seen a certain way and stuff. They're just like normal, real people, right? Or sometimes they'll play into a bit and they're like, no, it's fine. I don't care about that. And I felt really awful that they were getting dragged so badly. And I really wanted to refocus everything on Echo because it started becoming more of a Chthonic and Joe hate train more than it was supposed to be about Echo of Tragedy. And they got really obsessed with the timeline and all this other bullshit. And that was really hard for me to see, that hate come towards a group that I essentially helped put together, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't really help them out, but I'm not going to go down without fighting for them. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
I have them stink and me just kind of get away scot-free. There's some kind of responsibility here. I invited Echo of Tragedy into the group. This is my fault. You know what I mean? But they all said that wasn't my fault and everything. And I messed some things up too. So I didn't ask them to. They didn't ask me to defend them. So I kind of went in other VCs defending them on some like schizo stuff, getting ahead of myself. And I think I made some situations worse, but other situations better doing that. But at the end of the day, I was more worried that they were talking shit about them.
Well, I remember when all that broke, right? I was actually on live stream, funny enough, right, on Twitch, right? And I'm there playing Fallout. Right?
It's good content, though.
Yeah, man, it's great, man. I'm sitting there, right? I received the layer tweet, and I'm reading through it. And man, it was wild, right? Because like there was this heavy focus on the timeline, right, and like AWT, especially around, like especially within like small commentary. I mean, it doesn't really exist anymore, right? But like it was like with the content creators that like all knew each other, right? That was like the main focus, right? But then like the story got so much bigger, right? Was it like Nicholas Diorio spoke about it as well? I think Larry, some of these other people, like all these other people spoke about it, right? Like it got really big, right? For no reason, just blew up. Like what are you thinking in that moment, right? When all these like larger content creators are covering it, right? Like Echo of Tragedy is somebody as well that like featured like prominently within streams and stuff, right? Heavily associated with AWT. So what are you thinking in that moment when this situation is like? Of course, I'm not saying that this would be the most important bit of the thing, right? Of course, it's like the women and everything that happened within the situation, right? Priorities. But like for you, what are you feeling in that, right? When like you're seeing this situation get so big, right? Like how would you deal with it?
There's a few things that crossed my mind. One, I was happy Echo Tragedy was getting slammed, but then they kind of were like slamming Chthonic and Joe and everybody else in the call. Then it turned out they're saying, "Oh, Chthonic was in the call," which is not true at all. Joe was just Chthonic was the first person Joe wanted to tell because he didn't know what to do, right?
Right.
Or kind of knew what to do but needed help. And then there's just so much misinformation going on with it. So the bigger creators were just kind of, they didn't know all the details, so they kind of just said what it was. They just covered it as it was. And then people just kept making inferences because they wanted to get, this is my turn to get in with the big boys in commentary. Right? That's how they're and they just got everything fucking it was horrible, bro. It was horrible. And then on top of that, there was a part of me with some of these girls, because the majority of them, or the few that I talked to, they really did not care. And a couple of them were just really butthurt about it. And they're just like, Echo's a piece of shit, Echo's that. And I was like, well, now hold on a minute. Wait a minute. You're a grown-ass woman, and you, out of all the people to send them to in commentary, it was Echo of Tragedy. Not to blame them, right? But I was like, come on, there's got to be some responsibility. I was thinking it. And I believe a couple other larger creators also had the same sentiment, like these women got paid for this, and they're going to be upset that they got leaked. I mean, come on. Come on.
I mean, there is a risk that you take when you send like images of yourself to strangers online. It's like, obviously it's still a bad thing, but two things can be true at once,
Yeah, literally.
Like as well, like not only did you have Echo Tragedy, right, that was getting like pummeled by like the bigger content creators, but you also had Robin, right, who was getting arse fucked by the smaller commentators, right?
Bro's gone. He's gone, bro. Where is he?
What happened there, man? Because like, of course, like, Robin was there or whatever, but like, what the fuck happened?
I low-key thought he was asexual till that day, dude.
When that all happened, I talked to him like 3 different times after that. He goes, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go away for a little bit." Then like everything made its rounds, and then the last time I talked to him, he goes, "I'm just gonna take a break." I was like, "Are you sure, man?" I didn't even get to finish that. He just disconnected, and he hasn't connected back since. I was like, "Holy fuck!" He's genuinely embarrassed. He's genuinely embarrassed. He was breaking down behind the
because he's not even sober in the call. Like he has no excuse. Like, he just sat there like a cuck. Like,
well, I remember talking to Leia, right? I think it was on Himpleton's stream or whatever, and I was like, you know, like with Joe, it's like, what, like, you know, I feel like he's doing a lot in the situation, right? Trying to like, you know, make amends that he was just even there, right?
Yeah.
Like really trying to go out of his way, right? I was like, you know who's not going out their fucking way, right? Is this fucking Echo Tragedy, right? Fucking didn't go out of his way, right? And fucking Robin, right? Like, I know Robin was on, I think, was it your stream? I think it was on someone's stream, right? Robin was there. But like, I didn't see much from Rob. Yeah. Like, I didn't see much from Robin, right?
I only know that because Spindling and I went on there for a little bit.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right. Because the most I remember about like Robin's like, you know, saying anything after was like that stream and then private in their Twitter, right? Like I know, like I said to Lara at the time, I felt like Robin should have done a bit more, right? I know I might be too heavily critical, right? But I felt like Robin should have definitely done something more, right? Instead of like going, oh well, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna take a big break, right? See ya.
Even though it's a fucked up situation, I think the funniest part about it is like they were like trying to do like who's that Pokemon, but like
whose cities are these?
Yeah. Who would you guess that these belong to in female commentary? Like, dude, I know I think I said this on Hippleton's stream, but it's like people wonder why female commentators don't want to be around men, dude, in this community.
Yeah, or don't exist.
It's like
dogs, bro.
And it's like, dude, like I kind of like felt like maybe it was just like, you know, sometimes some men will just like, you know, just be like, you know, a little bit of a jerk, you know, but some women could take it. But then something like that happens. And it's like anytime now they're just going to refer to that being like, yeah, that's why I don't want to associate with you freaks, dude.
Yeah, that right there, the goon squad right there.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Robin and Skeletox, dude. Like, fucking hell.
Bro, that's the other cunt bag, right? I completely forgot. I mean,
a rock star, bro.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like Skelly's like sort of repaired his like reputation, right? I haven't seen any hate against him. He's still in VCs and everything, bro. I don't know what happened.
Skelly came into the call last month, or maybe it was about 3 weeks ago. It was me, Catonic, Joe. It was in that pit Discord.
Yeah.
He joins up. I don't know who else was there. He joins up. He goes, "Okay, I apologize to Ashes. Are we all good?" And we bit his ass.
So I've only heard
back. All right.
Yeah,
I understand. I took my punishment. Are we all good? We're like, dude, what the? Shut up! Stop talking about it. Like, just apologize to the women. I don't give a fuck if you apologize to them. I want you to apologize to them. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've seen them about a little bit since, but like again, I feel like all of them have sort of like, you know, laid low.
Yeah.
Like Echo Tragedy fucking like fucked off.
You know, it was like really wild though, because like the timing couldn't have been crazier, because like I remember being on a Hippleton stream like a week before it happened, right? And we were talking to Skeletox because we are looking through some Sen stuff, and then Skelly like reported like about Austin, and it just mentioned like Austin's sisters being like a rape victim.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like we talked to him about that, and he's like, yeah, sometimes I say stuff without thinking. I disavow. It's like, and we're like, okay, like this 22-year-old's just retarded, you know. Like we'll move on. It's hopefully it gets better. Then a week later, I find out he's in a fucking goon call.
See,
it's like,
there was
what the fuck.
Well, there was like I remember at the same like my one proper tweet about it, right, was like I put Echo of Tragedy has disappeared, right, and it's a screenshot, and I edited it so his name is like Goon for good, right. Like I put a couple of numbers at the end, right? Like I posted that, right? And I remember everyone going, "How dare he mock this situation?" Right? And I thought everyone would like, you know, like, well, of course he's not going to change his name to that, right? He just fucked off. But I remember everyone like shitting on Echo, like, why the fuck have you like changed your name to fucking like Goon for like good, bro? I was like, oh my god, bro.
Based? What the fuck?
Yeah. But Flatley, man, like looking back, like retrospectively, how have you and AWT bounced back from that, man?
Oh, we're chilling now.
Wait, speaking of which, we didn't really like get into this too much. How did like, you know, AWT really like form together? Like, how'd you find the peeps and then, you know, make it a group? Like,
I don't even know, bro.
I
just know
just happened.
The first stream, I think we're all hanging out now recording or something like that. Maybe. No. Yeah, I know where it started. So Badwick had Turd Island at the time.
Ooh,
I forgot about Turd Island.
Badwick gave it to me, and I started hosting Turd Islands regularly. And they would just kind of pop in all the time. Call Chthonic was like a big caller towards the end, or towards the beginning when I took over, and I got a really big Turd Island That was the whole Maggot, Magnetar, D-Max Fallout thing. Nick Mysterio was there.
It's over.
They're like screeching like banshees and stuff. It was perfect. It was great content.
Dude.
Jerry Springer of commentary.
Yeah.
But the following few days, we were just hanging out in VCs and Turd Island Discord and playing games in Lethal Company. And Ant goes, "You guys want to play Lethal Company?" I was like, "Yeah," but hanging out with this guy, Chthonic. He's chill. I was like, "Chthonic, you got Lethal Company?" He goes, "Yes, sir. Let's get on." I was like, "All right, bet." So our first,
Really?
I actually have the thumbnail still on my PC. The first ever AWT. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. I'll put it inside chat or something. The first ever AWT is literally just real life pictures of me, Chthonic, and Ant. And they're horrible. It's horribly made.
Aw. The dark origins.
Well, like,
before AWT, this was the first one, right there.
How long's AWT
Ooh.
been going now?
Probably 6 months.
Dude, what happened to Echo, bro? Shave.
See,
Shave.
I don't know why, right? But like, I thought AWT, right? I think I'm tripping, right? But always thought AWT, right? Maybe it was just because it was like maybe more established, right? I always thought AWT was way older. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it feels like that, but it's like a lot of us, like me and Joe. I've known Joe since the Keemstar show when Chris first started coming around, and Chris invited me and another modder, Small PP, to the Keemstar Show Discord, and we built that Discord up. And then as the shows went along, Joe would call in, Jessica Pizzo would call in. A lot of other commentators would, like a lot of people in small commentary would start calling in. That's how I started. Skelly. Oh my God. I first met Skelly because he would not stop fighting Ashers in general. And Tony Hits would always involve himself somehow. And it was so bad. It was so bad. And it was like, can we time him out? I'm like, no, it's content for the show. Let it be chaotic, right? Until Skelly would drop the hard, I was like, all right, now we have to time you out, bro.
See, that feels surreal to me, right? Because like with TrashTalk, right? TrashTalk's been going for like 2.5 years, I think, something like that, right? So like it basically started maybe around the same time as the Keemstar show, right? Like maybe towards the end of it or whatever, right? So that's insane. Yeah, we're not gonna go so far as to dethrone our salvo pancakes, right?
Yeah.
Wow, the absolute game.
Honestly, hearing that origin, it makes a lot of sense why a lot of like the shit you guys get is guilt by association, bro. You don't even like verify who joins.
Yeah, no.
You'll get like some freak down the line.
Who's this?
Like, fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Give me content.
Fucking that guy's like fuck some kid. Oh shit. Crap.
MrSen lolly allegations? Let's have him on stream.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, all they gotta do is just like when that situation presents itself, they just ask me, like, did you know? I was like, no, I just heard mad people just talking shit about him, so I wanted to figure what's up.
Yeah, no, I think, like, to be fair, I think, like, Badwick got a little bit more backlash than the rest just because he was, like, closer friends with Sen, if I remember correctly. I remember watching Badwick's stream, and he said, like, I literally looked retarded defending you because you lied to me. And
yep.
Yeah, I remember watching that shit, bro. Sen was like hopping back and forth on streams, dude. It was crazy.
I mean, it's unfortunate that like so many of like these people have turned out to be like proper scumbags. But I feel like you've got like this little circle now where like I don't see Givenant doing anything, right? I don't see Givenant like joining some like goon squad, right?
Better not.
Like
he's a W grifter, dude. Let's be fucking
W
real,
grifter,
dude.
Baby.
Dude, like, I love it.
I don't see many of these people. And like, Burn the World, man. Right, I've got to ask, right, just to wrap up, right? Burn the World. Is Burn the World still associated? I haven't really seen Burn in a while, apart from maybe a couple of chats.
We can't wrap up.
Yeah, he does his own little streams. He's got his little Pumpkin Patch podcast back. That's where the whole that Himpleton Sen thing started, was that Pumpkin Patch thing where Spindling and Amos joined and started beefing. Emerald and Joe had that fight. That was Burns got his little like cornucopia now.
That's great, man.
All these little Spurgs are Tony Hits and all of them.
I mean, I feel like that live stream is just like, as a final sentiment, right? Like, I feel like that live stream side of commentary, especially within like the smaller stuff. So, like, I'm not calling Cope and C, for example, small, whatever, but like now recording Cope and Seethe, AWT, and like everything else, right? Himpleton and all these other streamers, right? Like, about maybe, I want to say even a year ago, right? That just didn't exist, right? Like, you are now recording, of course, and stuff. But you none of this really existed, right? There wasn't like this live stream type of community going on. And I mean, I don't know. Of like, what's your thoughts? Because I guess doing live stream and stuff, right, is pretty competitive, right? Everyone does, right? Especially if you're doing commentary live streams, everyone sort of covers similar stuff, right? If a brand new Cam Nuggets is a great example, right? Cam Nuggets goes down, right? Everyone's going to be covering, right? You've got to try and beat out people, right? Like, make sure your coverage is good. You're adding new stuff to the table. Bringing new in topics, making your live streams exciting as possible, making sure you're not streaming at the same time, like Lyrics did, right? Lyrics streamed at the same time as Nicholas Diorio the other day, right? Absolute piss take, right? You're gonna get fucking thrashed, right?
It's actually funny though. One time, like Lyrics had to switch like the time he started stream because like Augie went live.
Well, yeah,
it's like fuck.
Yeah, but like, so how do you deal with that, Flatley? I don't know if you do deal with that or have any issues with that, but like, because it's become like more of a saturated market, how do you make sure that your live streams stand out from everyone else and you don't like clash when other people stream?
I don't.
You wing it, man.
I throw it at the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. I try not to stream when like my interim circles streaming at the same time, or when like the bigger guys, like notably like Nicholas Diorio, Augie, when they're not streaming.
Yeah, you don't want to take viewers.
Streaming. A lot of the people that watch the Spur content and my coverage of like Spur, I only get like 20 to 40 viewers a stream.
Yeah. That's pretty decent though.
It's more or less like try not to directly, how do I say, go into competition with the other people commentating or making other live streams. So like we all got jobs and everything like that. So like one night I won't be able to go live, or I'll be at work and something will pop off, and then like say like Burn or Chthonic might cover it. So I'll just react to their live stream and then take callers or like, what do you think about this, or what's the issue with you and so what are you guys arguing over this, and stuff like that. And it ends up working out, and we all kind of just share it on top of that. But we also make our own little videos on top of that. Like we'll cover Mr. Beast, and I've been covering Dieva, Chris, and Mr. Beast stuff for a little bit now.
W.
See, with live streaming, I think for me personally, right, like I would never want to, like, and I mean, I think I could, right, because like going back a while, right, fucking Amos had this thing called Offsite, right, this project called Offsite, right, and Amos did put basically anything into it, right? I was basically the host of this little shitty thing I didn't want to be involved in, right, in the first place. So I think I can do a live stream, right? But it's the case of I just don't think I'd want to, right? I much prefer, right, something like this. Like I can control everything here, right? If you said something Flatley, right, and you didn't want it in, right, I cut it out, right? Or I didn't want something at Ace or whoever, right, is here, right, and they don't want it in. And it's just like Cam Nuggets, right? Fuck you, bro. It can be cut out, right? I can control the elements, right? Like if something fucks up, I can control it, right? Well, on a live stream, it's so unpredictable and stuff, and that's why like a lot of like people mainly crash out on live streams. Things happen on live streams, right? Because it is just that uncontrollable environment. And I have a lot of respect for the people that do live stream consistently, right? Because there's a lot of pressure and stress, right, to make sure that everything goes right, nothing fucking happens bad, right? Well, like when I'm live streaming, right, I'm doing a fucking like Twitch playing Fortnite, right? I'm not doing that like drama stuff, right? I'm just chilling, right? Like there's no difference between me like fucking sitting on my own playing Fortnite and then me just turning on a fucking stream, right? There's no difference apart from the fact I'm talking to the audience. So I do respect like people that do live streaming, and just like the last question I have for you, man, is. What's next for you in AWT, man?
I still have another question.
Oh, fuck you, Ice, bro.
Dude, how can you not talk about this?
I'm trying to the next AWT thing. We're actually going to be going live tonight, doing a Halloween stream. Buckshot, Roulette, multiplayer just dropped. There's going to be a lot of arguing and infighting on this stream for Halloween tonight. A lot of bridges will be burned tonight. I mean, they started getting burned last night when we were testing it out, and they're like, "Joe, you shot me, you piece of shit." He's like, "Well, it's because Time shot me. You told Time to shoot me," stuff like that. But there's an event I want planned. Anyone and everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Minecraft Hunger Games, and I'm trying to get a cash prize of $50 to $100 for the winner. I might do a tournament style. I want to try and get 100 to 200 people on this map. The Minecraft thing, the mod that I'm working with, and it won't be strictly commentary. It could be anyone in there. Like a bunch of. I went into the Minecraft Reddit and I got a bunch of small, like 1,000 to 7,000 subscriber Minecraft channels. They're very interested in joining too. There's proximity chat in the Hunger Games thing. Yeah. And then there's for like the judges and stuff, or like the overseer, which would be like me, the game coordinator or whatever. I'll just fly around and everything like that. In the chat, if you donate to the stream, say you donated $5 or donated like a gifted membership, right? you'd be able to either drop a care package for yourself in game. I'll drop you the item, or you could donate to your favorite YouTuber to drop that item.
Man, I mean that sounds great, right? Like I always love those more like I mean like nothing go wrong with. I mean things can go wrong, but like in terms of drama or anything like that, right? That's a chill, fun thing to do, right? I always love that type of thing, right? It's why I always love the more like chill and relaxed live streams, right? Where you're just chilling, right? You're fucking around on a game, watching a video or whatever. That way more relaxing, and that sounds great, man. Trying to get like all like those different types of content creators in one thing. Yeah.
Well,
I guess the end goal of what I really want to happen, and that obviously it goes off of the hitch, but I want to see like the interesting allies or in-game relationships that'll form that, like especially with commentary people, right? Like let's say if AJIsHere, who's here, he drops into the game himself. Well, Hippleton found a diamond sword, and maybe Amos is like, shit, I don't want to be killed by Hippleton with that diamond sword. But I know AJIsHere has a bunch of food, and me and Hippleton don't have any food. And they team up on Ace, even though they're all supposed to be kind of like from the same sector.
Wouldn't get me, though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just
or
that
like
guy,
there's a Nicholas Diorio. Hypothetically speaking, if he joined, everybody knows Nicholas Diorio. But everybody just mogs him right at the beginning when the game first starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nicholas, or like a really hated person, like Cam Nuggets joins, right? There's going to be like 9 people going after him off rip right away.
Why
you know
are
what
these
I mean?
people ganging up on me?
Just not fair. You know what I mean? That's what I want to happen. That's the content side of it. The real side of me just wants everybody to kind of have fun, and then the real victor to be crowned at the end of the night. It'll be super cool.
And as well, hopefully, like, are you planning people to be in one big like VC while this is going on, or like people should just stream their own, like stream
just
them
either
like playing
stream
live?
their own, or I want to make a Discord so that I can like lay rules down and get everybody. I want to do this by Christmas. I might have to be pushing it back to New Year's.
Yeah,
but
I mean that sounds great, man. I always embrace.
It's 100% free to join too. So all you gotta have is Minecraft Java. That's all you gotta have.
Yeah.
Well, to totally kill the mood and like make it all negative.
Yeah. Yep. Great.
So
fucking
your most recent and relevant thing, dude. How did you feel going through being striked, dude?
Oh shit!
I'm just playing with fucking Kumo.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, I really didn't feel anything. I just thought it was. I thought it was more hypocritical and funny, and it was more like oh shit. Notoriety time, you know what I mean? This guy's an idiot, bro. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's that salty. I went after his Discord baby mama, but ain't no way, bro. There's no way.
Well, like it was almost like trolling. Like most people, right? And like I do find this funny, right? Like not saying that this isn't serious or anything, right? Most people cared more about the strike than anything else, right? Like genuinely, it was like their priority was like this motherfucker's abusing.
I did not give a fuck about the strike. Yeah, I've had 4 channels get monetized within the past 7 years. I did not give a fuck about no strike, bro. I was like, I'll just make another channel, grind it out for another 2 months, and then I'll be right back. What the fuck, you know what I mean?
Every content creator focused on this like strike, and like it ended up.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. And it ended up like some things happening with Kumo or whatever, and like he left for like the right reasons, like behind the scenes stuff.
I think that's why he did it though. It's because I'd feel that way, right?
Yeah.
What I don't agree with is if there's like people that only have one channel, they put their heart and soul into it, and I just think that's fucked up for you to not. You're not attacking their persons. You're literally trying to attack their creation, the thing that they're trying to do. Attack their, especially in commentary, attack their persons, because that's what we're all judging people on, is their content or their character, not their channel.
Well, yeah. Like the only other time I think like striking or reporting, right, is like if you've genuinely violated, right, like you've uploaded something disgusting, right, heinous,
CP,
right?
bro.
Yeah, report it, right? Like you do your thing, right, to try and get it taken down. But I mean, if you haven't violated any rules, you're doing nothing wrong. If it's like a minor thing, right, you just ignore it or whatever. Like if you only had that channel, right, and you didn't have like any other channels, right, or projects or anything, right, that'd be such a huge blow, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would be devastated if that was my only thing. I'd be devastated.
Exactly. Like I recently, like sort of to like connect that. Like I recently got locked out of 2 of my channels. Thankfully, I got back in after like a month or so. But I got locked out of my Doctor Who channel, which is like my passion project, and my shorts channel. But of course, I have like my stop channel, my main channel, and TrashTalk, right? So I've got all these other projects to work on and stuff. So it wasn't too bad. But like you know, that feeling as well as a content creator to like lose a channel or something to happen to it, right? It's a pretty big blow
One of your
for like
babies,
any content
bro.
creator. Yeah, exactly.
My child wasn't my favorite child, but it's still my child, you know.
Yeah, but Flatley, man, I appreciate you coming on TrashTalk, man. For almost an hour, man. By the way, like to be fair, like a decently long episode, right? Like usually my whole rule is like if your episode's like 25 minutes, all right, your episode fucking sucks.
That's a horrible episode.
Yeah, right. I want to get out of there as quickly as possible, right? Yeah, anything more than that, you know, you've done good. But no, man, I appreciate you coming on. Long time in like you know, development with that Chthonic and like Give an Ant. Now I do, man. So I appreciate everybody watching this episode of Trash Talk. I've been your host Samuel. I've been here with AJIsHere, and I've been here with Flatley. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Trash Talk.
Bye.